Yeah, it's chilly, and we had a crazy early sunset, right? 5:41 your sunset, thanks to moving that clock back an hour last night before you went to bed.
So Nikki Hathaway, flight director, flight meteorologist for the NOAA Hurricane Hunters. So first, Nikki, I have to ask you, everybody wants to know, what did you and your crew see today when you flew into Tropical Storm Elsa?
And that sunset tonight at 5:41. So we are definitely changing the times. Now, this is what it looked like from Armature Works. This is at 5:41. I snapped this picture. Look at everybody enjoying the beautiful weather out there. Yeah, it's cool. Grab a jacket. It's all right. Temperatures did make it into the low 70s today. Was cool this morning. We're going to see another cool night tonight. So what's it look like right now? Just about an hour later, pure darkness. Hey, the tropics are busy. Several things we're watching. There is what was Tropical Storm Mindy, came into the Florida Panhandle, of course. It's now post-tropical, moving toward Bermuda. May bring some rain there. There's Hurricane Larry, by the way. This thing is going to become a snow-a-cane. We'll talk about that. And look at this. This disturbance number 2 has a 70% chance of development over the next 5 days. Hopefully will turn before it makes it this direction. And then there's also disturbance number 1 has a 60% chance of developing over the next 5 days. Hopefully it stays in the western part of the Gulf. So no big concerns for Florida right now. We'll continue to track this and keep you updated. There's the latest on Mindy right there. Winds at 35 miles per hour. Again, heading in that direction away from the coast. There's Larry. Look at that. A hurricane that's going to bring 3 to 5 feet of snow in Greenland. Is that crazy?
Tonight, Rick, did you like those bubbles?
I want some of those bubbles. Yeah, those are incredibly cool. It is spooky outside tonight. Spooky in that it doesn't feel like Florida, does it? It's cool. It's dry. You'll probably want a jacket if you're outside tonight doing some trick-or-treating. If you're out early this morning, you're going to see some lightning flashing in the Gulf, and you're going to see it to the north as well. And I'll show you where the rain is falling right now. There's downtown St. Pete. Tranquil this morning. Very quiet. And there's a look at radar. So at first glance here, not much going on. Maybe a little bit of rain in Hernando County, but if you zoom out here, there's some pretty heavy rain. Northern Citrus County, we have some heavy rain and some lightning in there as well, so lots of flashes. But again, this is mainly well north and west of Tampa Bay. But as we go through the morning, this does start to slide down, and some of us, even around I-4, perhaps could see some of this later in the morning commute. We'll see how quickly it develops to the south.
And 10 Tampa Bay's team of meteorologists know their first priority is protecting you and your family. Digging deep into the science and factors that...
Hey, outside this morning, we do have some rain, although most of you are dry. You got to watch for this developing rain this morning. They'll come in pockets west-east, but we're starting to see it across Tampa Bay. Yeah, Courtney, so this is going to be a big, big rainmaker for Texas, and as you said, Louisiana as well, and coastal Mexico. You know, this is peak hurricane season, and look how active it is. We're watching now 4 systems, including Nicholas right here. Here's one system that could track to the Caribbean, so we're going to have to watch that. It has a 60% chance of development over the next 5 days. Long way to go. No big concern for us at this point, but something we're going to be tracking. This one right here has a 50% chance of developing right around the Bahamas and then moving to the north, so really not a concern for Florida as well, and neither is Nicholas, but this is going to be a significant storm. It's going to be at least a strong tropical storm and potentially a minimal hurricane as well for Texas. And rainfall totals along the southeastern coast, I mean, we're talking from Texas into Louisiana, especially coastal areas just south of Houston, 15 to maybe 20 inches of rainfall. It's going to make landfall sometime, probably early Tuesday. More on Nicholas and your local forecast in a few minutes. Yeah, you know, we're going to have rain chances every day, right? We're still in that rainy season, which begins on average to wrap up in early October, around October 10th. That's just an average, but the rainy season down to weeks at this point.
Rick, you love bugs, right?
I knew, yeah.
Your
she
favorite.
told me she was going to ask her. She was going to throw me under the bus. Yeah, I don't like love bugs. I don't love love bugs at all.
He collects them.
No. Nobody likes love bugs. They're messy. Yeah.
Not a fan.
No. So, yeah, I'm glad there's not so many of them right now. Hopefully
Cars are cleaner now?
You know, there's 2 love bug seasons, one in May and one in September. So, thankfully,
let's knock them both out
this time around. All right, let's take a look outside tonight. See? It's okay. It's okay to not like love bugs.
So how is that possible, and what happens when someone fires a gun? Meteorologist Ric Kearbey shows us the science behind the shots.
New Year's Eve may be the biggest night of celebration of the entire year. We celebrate with kisses, fireworks, a toast, And gunshots? While some may find it hard to believe their neighbors may go outside at midnight and fire bullets up into the air to ring in the new year, it happens all over the country and right here in Florida. In 2016, just after midnight, shots went off outside a church in Orlando where the New Year's Eve service was just wrapping up and a bullet grazed a 9-year-old girl. On that same night, a 17-year-old girl was struck by a bullet in the leg while she was watching fireworks in Tampa. And the Tampa Police Department makes it very clear it's dangerous, unacceptable, and against the law. And check out the science why. A standard .30 caliber bullet fired straight up into the air by a rifle can go more than a mile high in just 18 seconds. It then returns to Earth in about 31 seconds. And during the last few thousand feet, the bullet maintains a nearly constant lethal speed of more than 200 miles per hour. The results? Property damage, injury, and sometimes death. And this can happen anywhere up to a 2-mile radius of the shot. And if you're caught firing your weapon to celebrate, you'll be arrested on charges ranging from a first-degree misdemeanor to a third-degree felony. So just light a sparkler, kiss your sweetheart, and have a great and safe 2020. There's nothing like watching a NASA rocket launch all the way from Tampa Bay. That tiny ball of fire blasting into the sky at more than 25,000 miles per hour can kind of give you goosebumps. But what's it like to view it up close, like just a few miles away? Let's find out. Tampa Bay to the Kennedy Space Center. This is something the whole family will really enjoy. But today, it's just me and my Jeep. A little rocket road trip. For most people around Tampa Bay, this is only about a 2.5-hour drive. A quick stop to top off that tank. Most will get there and back on less than a full tank. Got my favorite drink and a snack, and I'm ready to hit the road. From our coast to the East Coast. From my little spot in Tampa Bay, Cape Canaveral is 153 miles, somewhere way over there.
2,
NASA, here we come.
And liftoff.
As our own Tom Brady would say, let's go. Before you know it, you're in Orlando. I see you over there, Disney. Maybe next time. By now, you're probably more than halfway there. You start to see the Kennedy Space Center signs. And there it is, the hub of the NASA experience, the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Center. It's like a theme park for space lovers. You'll need a ticket for that. And there's not much rocket launch viewing opportunities at NASA, but there are public parks all over the Space Coast that offer great views that are completely free. Right in the middle of it all, just about 12 miles from NASA's launch pads, is Space View Park in Titusville. The views here are right across the Indian River from NASA, parking is free, and there's even a public restroom. Some launches, especially when astronauts are on board, will get busy, so get your spot early. NASA also sits right on the beach, and while it's likely closed during the launch, Playa Linda Beach is separated from the NASA launch pads by only a fence. You should check this out before or after a launch. No matter what part of the Space Coast you decide to come watch a launch, once you're settled in at your viewing location, you can monitor the launch details with your smartphone. NASA, 10 Tampa Bay, and other sources will typically have information and live video feeds from the launch site heading up to and during the launch. You can also find all future launches at visitspacecoast.com/launches. So my rocket road trip was for the SpaceX Dragon Crew 2 launch on April 23rd, 2021. This was a 5:49 a.m. launch. For a morning launch, it's best to get a hotel and try to get some early sleep. But that alarm comes early. If you can't sleep well during the evening like me, this will be tough. But it's nothing a cold shower, some hot coffee, and the exact same breakfast the astronauts are probably not having. On cool mornings like this, make sure you have a jacket, maybe even a blanket and some lawn chairs for the wait. My hotel is only about 10 minutes from Spaceview Park in Titusville, where I'll watch the launch. I'm here several hours before the launch. Crowds can vary, so allow as much time as you're comfortable with. Even showing up near launch time, you can still likely find a clear view in an area park, although parking might become more challenging. In my case, parking was free and right in the park. And here's my viewing spot. T-minus more than 3 hours. People travel here from all over the country. This future astronaut and his mom came here from Los Angeles. I met people from Texas, Ohio, and Michigan too. Everyone here has a bond. They love space travel. So talking to people is fun, easy, and quickly passes the time. Before you know it, it's... 3, 2, 1... That SpaceX Crew 2 astronaut launch from NASA to the International Space Station was phenomenal. It's really a lifetime memory. I love watching these rocket launches all the way in Tampa. I rarely miss one. Check out this capture from Matthew Paulson from Tampa. You can see the rocket appearing on the horizon and then arcing up the sky up the East Coast. Viewable all the way to Northern Virginia. Absolutely amazing. The pre-dawn rocket launches are magical as the rising sun illuminates the rocket's plume. Musician Josh Sanders drove all the way down from Nashville and captured this incredible footage next to me. He said it was worth every mile of that long drive, and I think you'll think the short drive from Tampa Bay to the Space Coast is worth every minute, as this incredible experience happens pretty often right in our own backyard. Moving from a cold, snowy climate to a warm, sunny climate like Tampa Bay makes your blood thin, making you a cold wimp. If you live in Florida, you've heard it a million times. Since I moved to Florida, I think my blood is thinned or something. I get cold so much easier now. The idea of developing thinner blood by moving from a colder northern climate to a warmer southern climate is a myth. After moving south, many people feel colder than they expect when the weather turns chilly. But this is not the result of their blood getting thinner. It likely has to do with a person's tolerance to the cold weather changing. You simply get used to being warm. But don't write off the body changing a little. After a move from a cold to a warm climate, you might lose some fat because your body will no longer need as much insulation. And that can make a difference. The bottom line though, yes, we become cold wimps. Just not because of thinner blood. It's because Florida is awesomely warm. That's why you'll see some bundle up with layers, even when it gets in the 60s or 70s. But don't complain about it to your friends and family back north. They probably won't appreciate your newfound health problems. Stay warm, Tampa Bay. Stay warm.
Yeah, so a lot of storms are starting to develop over the Gulf now. They're going to move in this direction right here, and there will be a lot of wind. And as you said, the winds are going to stay pretty gusty through the early part of the weekend. Now, there's a tornado watch in effect for the entire viewing area through 5 p.m. tonight. In fact, this is a good part of Florida, all the way up to the Florida-Georgia line, as you can see right there. So this is an area where we have to watch for the potential rotation in these storms, and maybe a tornado will be a possibility. There's the line of storms, and look at the lightning just exploding in the last hour. So very strong storms here. There will be gusty winds, torrential rainfall. And again, we'll be watching these cells very closely. Grant Gilmore's still here. Bobby Deskin's with us as well. You can see this line of storms now moving in this direction, 25, 30 miles per hour. Out ahead of this, there has been some scattered showers in a few storms. Of course, this morning we saw some heavy downpours as well. The heaviest rain right now here in Citrus County, Crystal River to Hernando. Look at the lightning in here in the areas of very heavy rainfall. We've been watching again for some rotation, maybe a little bit of rotation here and here. No tornado warnings, but something we're watching. And these are the kinds of things we'll be watching all afternoon for you as this cold front pushes our way. Now, as far as timing goes right now, Tampa perhaps a little after 1 o'clock, Riverview shortly after that. You can see earlier Sugar Mill Woods around 12:24, 12:30, same kind of thing for Hudson. So you guys got to watch that as our northern counties will see this first, then followed by parts of Pasco County, Pinellas County, County, Hillsborough County, inland a little bit later than that, and of course Manatee and Sarasota County will come a little later. I'll break this down county by county for you coming up, but again, there's a look at that very heavy rain we're watching in this zone right here around Citrus County. There's the cold front, warm front lifting in that direction right there. This here is a very, very humid environment as well. It's all going to change behind this cold front. Look at the winds here blowing this very chilly air down to the south. We're not going to get that cool, of course, but that's the air mass that we're trying to drag down here. We're going to see some much lower humidity and some really cool temperatures for us. Now, timing out these storms, you see it happening right now in our northern counties. 2, 3, 4 o'clock, it'll blow through Tampa Bay. By 5 o'clock, it's mainly in our southern counties and inland. So parts of Polk County, you get down to Hardy, DeSoto, Highlands County, 5 to 6, 7 p.m. tonight. And then late evening, it's more of a scattered storm chance across the region. The Storm Prediction Center does have our viewing area in a level 2 or slight risk for severe thunderstorms, damaging winds near 60 miles per hour with some of the strong thunderstorms. And we got to watch for the water spouts or tornadoes. There's a look at Clearwater Beach right now. You can see the waves crashing in there as those winds are really gusty here along our coastal areas. 81 degrees the current temperature. The dew point out at the airport, 75 degrees. The all-time record high for today for a dew point is 82 degrees. And we've seen already a dew point in Tampa, 79. So this is near record kind of humidity. The stuff we're seeing today, near record territory for humidity. So if you feel that outside, it feels really humid. It is. Winds out of the south right now at 15 miles per hour. Temperatures around the area cooler in Crystal River in the 70s because of that rain. Most of us with the heavy cloud cover looking at temperatures right now in the upper 70s to low 80s. And look at these dew points. Frostproof, 82. Venice, 81. Upper 70s, close to 80 for almost everybody else. And comparing the dew points, the humidity right now to 24 hours ago, look at these dew points, 23 degrees higher than this time yesterday at Davis Island, 25 degrees higher than this time yesterday in Bartow. So unbelievable humidity out there. 78 degrees dew point here being red, which is in the very, very top of our dew point chart there. So you'll really notice that. Now, the winds are the other thing you're going to notice here. Winds will be gusting at times. This is this afternoon showing wind gusts. Look at that. 35 pushing 40 miles per hour in places. Those winds will stay pretty strong tonight. Look at that wind flow right there. Wind still 25, 30 miles per hour tomorrow morning as well. And then in the afternoon tomorrow, we stay breezy. Wind still gusting 30, 35 miles per hour. And that strong wind will start to diminish a little bit, but still, we're talking winds over 25 miles per hour, 31 mile per hour wind gusts being predicted here by our forecast model at midnight tomorrow night. And then as we head into Saturday, the winds start to come down a little bit. Still breezy, but the overall trend by Saturday afternoon, Saturday night will be for diminishing winds. Here's our forecast model showing that line of showers and storms. That's the cold front right there this afternoon. So here we are, 2:30, pushing through Tampa Bay. As we get into 3:30, there it is right now. You can see on our forecast model here at almost 3:30, bringing very heavy rain and storms across the Sunshine Skyway right through Pinellas and Hillsborough County. There you are, 4 o'clock now, starting to get into eastern Hillsborough County. And as we head toward 5, 6 o'clock tonight, then it pushes to the southeast and through our inland counties. And then after that, we'll see dry weather for the most part overnight. Watch these dew points. Dew points dropping. You're going to really feel that. With dew points in the upper 70s going to the 50s, you're really going to feel this change in the air mass. Big changes on the way with dry air and cool air as well. Look at this here. You see tomorrow's high temperature just 79 degrees. We'll continue a scattered rain or storm chance. And then Saturday, a 30% chance of some showers, still breezy with diminishing wind. And look at Halloween in the 70s, no humidity, and it will be dry. So really a perfect Halloween for us here in Tampa Bay. Hey, don't forget you can catch our forecast on the radio. There are our radio partners. The Dove 105.5, the Eagle 107.3, WSRQ 106.9 in Sarasota, and Magic 94.9.